raised the caliber of people that I was working with, and they reached out for me as my scout because I went with one intention, and to stay congruent with that intention, like I said before, I said, universe, I know I have to get this book out, it's got to be of service to the world, and it's going to need to be for transformation. I'm going to show people how it's not just about transformation in the world of real estate for them, but how they can apply it to their business and their role. And the universe showed up yet again with something unexpected and overwhelming. Who knows Sharon Lechter? Or who knows of Sharon Lechter? Okay. Sharon Lechter. All right, great. So Sharon Lechter is the one who does all the narration for Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill Foundation, etc., and has come out with some really, really amazing books. So her and I have been talking in regards to, and we're dancing around right now in regards to her doing a whole forward in the entire book that I have. That doesn't happen by me going and begging for it and worrying about where my money comes from. It only happened because I told the universe, I have a mission, I have a lifestyle transformation that I need to help people with so that way they can do whatever they can for the best interest of their friends, their family, and live from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. Because I know that if I stay congruent with who I know I truly am, this is just a vehicle for delivering the message. All right, and that's in you too. So before I go any further, is there anyone who has any questions about something in your business? You're like, I'm not sure if this is going to fit for my business. Just roll it out and I'll kind of tell you how I would look at it. No one's going through any struggles in their business. You're all perfect. Go ahead, please.
More so of an idea that came from. Sorry about that. More so of an idea that came through this program. I know y'all all know about it, the fashion app.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool.
What not to wear.
Yes, exactly, what not to wear. Well, one thing that I would need in the business, of course, is an app developer. I'm in communication with one, but it would need to integrate a community of people that's kind of like, I think somebody just kind of put me on to Tinder, you know, like I guess like the app or whatever, something like that, of which I know people are pouring like tens, 20s, and hundreds of thousands of dollars into their app. I would need capital, other things as well too, to actually bring this idea to fruition. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how to do that, but
Beautiful. Yeah.
that's my
It sounded like to me that you wanted to develop an app, not quite sure how. You needed to raise capital for that app, not quite sure how. Answers to both of those questions are definitely through groups like this. The group has an audience right now of about 100 people plus collectively in the group, and there's a guy named Jeff in the group. He actually builds and develops apps, just so you're aware. The answer is there. And what will happen is when you're in the environment, you on the Facebook and the social group that everyone is, and this is a closed group, you could put out, I need to develop this app, you know, who can give me some feedback on how to raise capital and the development, you type all this, and this is me typing, by the way, it's actually this. But you could put that into the group, and the group will give you so much more than you expected. It's literally, if you're in the group to serve, and you ask that question, you'll get 10 times the results in your answers. And if they don't have the answer, they're going to point you to where you need to go. There is a success supporting success mentality of the mastermind. There is a collaboration of the mastermind to make you successful. And I know that in my business, I find that I'm always having to leverage my associates to get them to do the job that they need to do. And I've flipped that because I was thinking I was swimming upstream in my business for the longest time, and I was choking on the water as I'm swimming upstream and asking myself really bad questions like, why isn't this getting done? Why isn't that getting done, etc. But I need to flip it from more of the abundance perspective of who wants it? Am I doing my interviewing correctly? Was I laser focused in the way that I was finding people? I actually found that I've created a program, and my company's called Platinum Elite, so I've created this platinum approach thinking to where I'm now trying to find out who's congruent with where they're going, and do they have a skill set that they believe in, and then where their transformation is, so I'm hiring the right person for the job. And what's funny is there's a lot of people out there that have no idea who they are. They're literally living a life of mistaken identity because they'll go and say, I need to go get a job for X dollars an hour, but my dream is over here. Dream over here, X dollars an hour over here. Do you think they're going to hit the dream? Not even close. Not even close. Then we have people that'll say, I don't have the money right now, I'm gonna do it when I get this and this and this and that together. Dream's over here, as soon as I get some stuff together, I'll do it. Well, the universe is reacting exactly to what you're telling it to. It's putting in the order. It's literally the magic genie. You put in the wish, and it says, great, I'll deliver you the wish, but did you mean it? Did you really want it? Do you know what a commitment is? Do you know what the steps are to reach the dream? And when you don't, do you know how to ask for the person that would need to be the vehicle for you to reach that dream? Does that make sense? Who's with me? Who understands what I'm talking about? Okay, so I have everybody here. Does that help you? Next question. Eric. I'll come back to you.
Yes, but just a quick addition to what is.
Eric, are you okay with him cutting?
No, it's just a,
I want to cut him, but just as a follow-up to how the mastermind works, in our group too with us, there is someone that is in the fashion industry who has a whole product line, jar. In which case, that just gives you another example that don't restrict yourself to what the different types of resources or different people that are in the group. There's people in the group that are, you have 36 or you have 100 different businesses or different people in the group. So you can easily stumble upon someone that can assist you directly in your business when you have that mastermind.
And by the way, that is a very simple little taste of what happens on a bigger level in the group. So where I only have my area of expertise to share with you to get you to where you want to go, he comes in with something I totally forgot, and you're right. Kiara is international in regards to what she's doing with her fashion.
She's in Italy this week. She would have been here, but she was in Miami, and then she went from Miami to Milan. So that's just sort of again, a sample of how the mastermind.
Thank you for that. Okay.
so, I apologize for cutting in, but.
All right, no problem. I'm with you. All right.
Let's say I need a how guy in my business because I'm more like artistic, more visionary, like my vision and all that. And what's been restraining me from accomplishing the mission, it's because I just broke the board, so it's over, right? But in that other life, I was unfocused. Thanks. You see?
That's your how guy.
Wow. You see that? Oh, that's amazing. All right, thank you.
Isn't it interesting when you just tell the universe what you want? And just, it literally can work that quick. It's when we get in our own ways. We did the board breakthroughs. Great, great, great. And we had some of us are like, I want to get through that board breakthrough. I need to get there. And it's not about breaking through the board. That's kind of the finish line. It's about what is the lifestyle that you will have on the other side, and which is more important for you to hang on to. Do you want to hang on to the drama that's in front of you, or do you want to break through the finish line to get to the lifestyle that you're promising yourself on the other side? Look at the board breaking from that perspective and realize that the board is really, in my opinion, an example of just a dark cloud that if this is your vision, you picked up the dark cloud and you put it in front of your vision, in front of your goal, and your job is to realize that it's just a cloud. Break through it, walk through it, skip through it. You put it there, you created it, remove it, and go to the lifestyle on the other side of the finish line. It's not about finishing the race, it's about what do you get when you finish the race. Who's with me?
Yes.
All right, great. All right, so with that said, anyone else have any question?
We were talking just earlier about productizing a real estate business and also getting funding for projects. And I'm sure that's what a lot of people are going to want when they come to this. Hey, I've got a great idea. Hey, I've started on this idea. How do I get the funding to move on and continue with that?
I can't promise you that these same people are going to be in every event because they have schedules as well. But at one of my experiences, the owner of CEO Space was there. His name's Bernie Dorman. He runs 5 events a year, all about CEO training. I was able to spend a full day with him in regards to putting together what's called, and this is right up your alley actually, if you're in real estate, putting together a REIT, a real estate investment trust type of program, and put it into the stock market and get stock market shareholders. He can walk you through all that type of stuff. By the way, I have his home phone number, I have his cell phone number. number. And I don't get phone numbers like this by going to their events and sitting in their audiences. I get these phone numbers when I'm with them in global mastermind programs and they're working with me on my business, and then I say, how can I serve you? How can I help Bernie Dorman's business and help give him something? And what's he give me in return? He gives me basically 101 through 106 on what I need to do to raise capital for my real estate investment programs. Right there. Product kits, I'm sure that's in there. I'm doing a product kit as well called the Platinum Approach for Real Estate, the Platinum Approach for Results, the Platinum Approach for whatever you want. It's all coming out. But all of that, my resources are already coming to me because I've already made the decision. And you just have to be aware of how it shows up. But I do want you to know the program that the Global Mastermind program offers this and more. Like I said, I don't know that Adam really is aware, and I don't think he's in the room right now, but I don't know that he's aware that this program is delivering in areas that it just is unstoppable. If you were to move forward with the program, let's say today, but you cannot make your first trip, let's say for 4 months out, you're still in the program getting into the collective database of everybody else and putting out your vision and your mission of what you're trying to achieve, they'll start showing up for you right away. I know that another question someone had for me is, how do you afford these results? I know that one of them, or these retreats, one of them is going to be in Martha's Vineyard, one of them is going to be overseas. How do you go? I do my little pigeon pecking and I say, who's going to be going? Does anyone have any discounts on airfare? Does anyone have any ideas in regards to where we can stay? In fact, Adam was upset with us. We all were going to stay in this really great resort in Martha's Vineyard, and Adam was really adamant about it. But the mastermind outmastered him. We all went and put together our own rental houses and stayed for $150 and less for the week in Martha's Vineyard and lived more comfortable than we would have even at the resort. That happened in La Costa as well. They actually put together a pool and ended up getting a luxury mansion with a pool with an overlook of the entire city, and we stayed there and didn't even stay in the La Costa resort. And because it was not only cheaper, but everybody still wanted to mastermind after hours and put deals together. You don't get that from going to anyone's paid speaker courses. You have that ability to do in this type of a program. So any other burning desire questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, can I ask you one more on that?
Please.
You're putting this program together, and that's exactly what I want to do. How can I help you put together possibly a segment of that?
Well, you and I do need to talk. I already have that in the back of my head, and so you and I will reach out, and I'm not sure how the fit is, but once I figure out clearly what you're going to do and what that transformation is going to be, we can see how it aligns. But again, that is another example of the mastermind, being around people that want to support you, and it's about what can I do for you, not what you can do for me. The more I say I'm here to give you whatever you want, it's obvious that I'll get what I need, personally. All right, so the program. 3 5-day retreats. Anyone who's getting into the program now is actually going to have a bonus retreat. Adam had talked about it before, and the bonus retreat is an international retreat. I've heard everything from Australia to London, so I think they're narrowing down where they're going to be doing another event with the Anthony Robbins piece of Success Resources in that organization. The 3 5-day retreats, the way that those look, they are definitely business deliverable minded. That's what I love about it for me. However, they force me to do things in regards to getting out of my comfort zone where I have to develop a little bit more in my relationship. I just apply that to business, but again, more in my relationships. Health, wealth, mindset, all of that's there. Service is really big for me, and what is crazy is this program has a service aspect to it that I also take and I apply into culture. So those of you who had been to Las Vegas where I did the culture piece, all right, so that's Dwayne. Oh, you guys all did the culture piece. Somebody just stand up and tell us a little bit about your experience without giving away all the secrets. But tell us a little bit about what the transformation was with the culture piece. Can we get a mic for Dominic, please? What's that?
That was the day that we were getting back.
Yes. Day of service. The day of service.
So the service day was really extraordinary for me. I was never in the mindset of giving back, especially when it involved people